All new tonight at 11, growing the population and fixing the budget. Those are the focuses of Toledo Mayor Wade Kapszukiewicz, part of his plan in 2026. Those priorities taking center stage at his State of the City address just a few hours ago as he laid out a long-term vision for the Glass City. Steve Iwanek, he was in the audience for the speech. And Steve, this wasn't just about next year, it's really about the next 2 decades.
Yeah, Jeff, Mayor Kapszukiewicz began his address tonight by talking about 2045, and in particular about how the U.S. Open is coming to Inverness that year, which is expected to bring hundreds of millions of dollars to our area. But in the meantime, Mayor Kapszukiewicz says Toledo needs to set itself up for better success. So here's how he says that needs to happen. It starts by reaching this. 300,000. The number of Toledoans Mayor Wade Kapszukiewicz says the city needs 2 decades from now. To get there, he says it starts with housing.
Toledo doesn't have a demand problem. We have a supply problem. People want to be here. People want to choose Toledo.
The U.S. Census estimates Toledo's population is at about 265,000. So the mayor's ultimate goal is to add nearly 40,000 new people. And over the past year, the mayor says the city has started to build.
Think of the Grand and the Glen and the Colony and the Marina Lofts and projects like this. We brought about 2,000 online.
But he says it's not enough.
We'd have about 10,000 more people in Toledo if we had housing for those 10,000 people. So the first thing we need to do, we need more housing.
But to support that growth, the city also has to fix its finances. Currently, the city's facing a near $50 million deficit. And to erase that, the mayor says more jobs.
Well, we need jobs, but we need those jobs to matter in the neighborhoods. We need to connect those jobs to neighborhoods, and we have to make it easier to do business in Toledo.
He points to recent investments, including General Motors' $40 million project at the Toledo Propulsions plant, Stellantis' $400 million expansion of the Jeep plant, adding 900 jobs, and a $10 million project from Foundation Steel, bringing 45 new jobs to the city.
Because if revenue is our problem, and it is, the better way to solve that is bringing in more Toledoans, more taxpayers.
The mayor says it all works together. More housing, more jobs means more people. Important because right now about 63% of the city's revenue comes from income tax.
Payroll income tax, that is the engine that runs city government.
So if his plan comes to fruition, as the first golfers tee off at Inverness in 2045, the mayor says Toledo will be bigger, stronger, and ready for the spotlight.
It is up to us to continue the job and to build what that future will look like. We can do it because we've done it before.
So, Steve, as we heard the mayor talking a lot about jobs, a lot about housing, did he address crime at all?
Yeah, I know it's a hot topic, Jeff, and he didn't really get much into it. However, he did gloss over some of the most recent statistics, and he's been saying for a while now that over the last 5 years, Toledo has become a safer city. And in particular, he's talked about the homicide rate, which they pointed out the city did a 33% drop over the last 5 years. However, our records show that in 2025, there were 38 homicides, which was the same number as in 2024. In East Toledo, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.